The world was not a place, but a spiral. She stood in a circle of stone, surrounded by masked figures cloaked in moss and smoke. The sky above them swirled in shades of rust and bone. No moon, no sun, just the pulsing of the root beneath the stone. One of the masked figures stepped forward. Its mask was cracked, the edges scorched. It carried a staff wrapped in feathers, bone charms clinking with each step. It pointed at her. The ring remembers. Camille opened her mouth to speak, but no words came, only ash. The figure stepped closer and placed something in her hand, a burning red feather. You are the sixth voice. The seventh has already been claimed. She tried to ask what that meant, but the spiral collapsed inward. Back in the kitchen, she gasped awake, slamming back into her chair. The iron ring glowed. The table had shifted 3 inches to the left. Auntie Rose stood in the doorway, watching silently, her face unreadable. How long have you been there? Camille whispered. Rose stepped forward, eyes narrowing on the ring. Long enough to know that thing shouldn't be worn lightly. Camille closed the book. Mama left it for me. She left it for the one brave or foolish enough to finish what she started. Ro pulled out the chair across from her and sat down slowly. She reached across the table and touched the ring gently with her fingertip, then flinched back. It's hot, she said, surprised. She said, I need to speak their names. Do you know what that means? Ro looked away. It means she was preparing you for the Rite Louvre, the unsealing. The root was never meant to be killed, just bound. That ring's part of the binding. Camille shook her head. I don't want to be the one. Doesn't matter, Rose said. The root doesn't care what you want. A sound interrupted them, the creak of floorboards. Lila appeared in the doorway, pale but alert. Her eyes were back to normal, but her expression was changed, older, haunted. I saw them, she said softly, in my sleep, the ones in the spiral. Camille stood quickly and crossed the room. You're okay. You're safe. No, Lila whispered. None of us are. Rose stood slowly. She's already been touched. The root speaks to her now. Camille hugged the girl tightly. Then we'll teach her to speak back. Later that morning, Camille walked back out, toward the edge of the swamp. Dr. West stood alone, ankle deep in mud, staring at the collapsed trench where Miles had vanished and returned. His face was pale, his eyes sunken. He didn't hear her approach. She spoke gently. He's not the same anymore, is he? West shook his head. He doesn't talk, not to me, not to Carla, just digs. Camille nodded. That's the root's hunger. It doesn't care who you are, just what part of you it can use. We turned to her, something breaking in his voice. Camille, I didn't come here to do harm. I wanted to study, preserve, understand.